Hey guys, how's it going today? We're going to be playing some Hearthstone. I actually currently, hang on, my headset's in the weird spot. Anyway, today we're going to be opening up a crap ton of packs. As you can see, I have 327 of them right there. This is to celebrate the Forged in the Barrens launch. I actually haven't looked up too many of the cards. Leading up to the event, I've accumulated some more packs. I had a bunch of coins and I spent them and I bought more packs and stuff like that. So we're going to open up 327 of them. When I launched the game today, earlier, this launched like an hour and a half ago, I received a couple legendaries and a couple gold legendaries. I also went ahead and picked up packs. So we get Nankirk there, Master Samuro. So it's been a long time since I've actually done a lot of playing with Hearthstone. The last time I actually really played the game was the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, which was back when I was in college, actually. And so there's a lot of stuff that was implemented in the game that I don't have a ton of. I don't know how long ago the achievements here got done, but there we go. It actually gave me a bunch of legendaries for just launching the game. So my collection currently has quite a few new creatures in it that I received. I accepted them on my phone. So here we've got the... I don't know if there's a way of like specifically targeting the new ones. So it went ahead and gave me Kurdos Ashfallen. So because of the fact that I haven't played in quite a while, and I didn't even play the last expansion, I literally, like, I started up, they had, like, the Dark Moon Fair thing going or whatever in the Battlegrounds, and they had the free tickets that you would get for it. So every 4 turns you would get those items, and that was when I started. Played that for a couple of weeks. They took that out of that. I really like that one because I play Priest a lot. If you can't tell, I have quite a few golden cards. It's been a long time since I've actually done anything. I did a massive card pack opening back when Gadgetzan released. I played a ton of it. Journey to Ungoro launched. I think I did a small pack opening. I don't even know if I opened or uploaded that one. But yeah, it gave us a bunch of legendaries and stuff like that for Forging the Barrens. I'm not going to take too much more time here. So I'm just going to go ahead and check the cards that I already received, and then we're going to go ahead and start opening up a bunch of the packs. A couple, maybe a week and a half ago or something like that, maybe it was 2 weeks or something more along the lines of that, they gave out everybody a random legendary, and they gave out a golden one, but I don't think I have it anymore because it turned wild. Like, yeah, it literally gave me a golden Deathwing for free because it was like you get a random free dragon or something like that, and it gave me Deathwing golden free, and then he immediately turned wild. I didn't even put him in a deck or anything. So yeah, unfortunately, they said that they were going to be buffing Deathwing. They didn't. They instead put him wild and created a new Deathwing, which is a little bit disappointing. I was really hoping that, like, when they buffed him, I was going to get to use him, but we're not going to be able to. So let's go ahead, and there says there's something new in the shop, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, it tells me that there's new stuff. This is stuff I've already seen. And then, of course, like, literally today, these went wild, so I did not play for those. I played a small amount of Journey to Ungoro, so I think I made a Golden Awaken the Makers, and then, like, a few of the cards to that pack. Never played Knights, never played Kobolds, never played Witchwood, never played Boomsday. Actually, I logged in, like, one time, I think, between the two of these, and I still had a mission that, like, gave me these packs when I logged on a few weeks ago, so I actually got a couple of those packs and then opened them. But anyway, we've been saving up packs here for a while, so currently looking at what we've got here. I've got the original pack of the, was it like 85 or whatever of these, and then there was the other pre-order pack that gave even more of them, and then I picked up 3 of the 40 packs, so I have 285 Forged in the Barrens. I've got 31 that I've just, like, I collected through the Tavern Pass and stuff like that, so the previous Tavern Pass. And then I bought the pack for the golden ones and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and start opening up these. I think I'm going to intersperse a lot of these together so that way it's not like all of the classics, all of the forged, all the golds, and all the golds. I might just do like 30 of these and then a golden one, and then like do a couple of them like back to back and stuff like that. I didn't do any math on that, so we'll just start throwing out whatever packs we feel like at some point. I'll try to get through the classics a little bit faster than the Forged and the Barrens. And since I haven't played a lot of the last couple of years that the packs have been coming out and stuff like that, I'm not going to know the synergies between, like, oh my god, this character of Bourgeois, the ungrateful, with this particular battle cry ability is going to pair really well with this character of, I don't know, Bronzebeard, double your battle cries or something like that. Like, I do know him because he's like been in the game forever. But I'm not going to be like, oh, this is going to go really good with the whatchamacallit from Dark Moon or whatever the expansion was before that one, because I haven't played a ton. So Let's just go ahead and check out some of these classic packs real quick here, and we'll get to that, and then open it. Am I broken? Can't open a classic pack? That's dumb. Alright, so we got all of these good guys. I think the character that I was going for after I got my Anduin done was, yeah, I don't know what's up with the classic packs right now. Maybe you can't open them anymore or something. Maybe because they show up with classic packs. It's probably a glitch that's just happening today or something like that. So we got a couple of those ones, a couple rare ones. Free spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Okay, not too bad. 4/3/4 isn't that bad. Priest of Anshi. Taunt, battle cry. If you restored health this turn, gain 3/3. Oh, cool. It's 5/8/8 with a taunt. These actually open up faster on mobile, but I can't really record my mobile all that well. Alright, first taunt minion. Do I have to physically drag it out to the middle? Yeah, I assume the classic packs are messed up or something like that right now, so. We got a legendary right away. The 5th pack or something like that. Legendary, Apothecary Hellbrim, Battle Cry and Death Rattle. Add a random poison to your hand. Oh, cool. I don't know what the poison cards are. I don't know if they're just new to Forge in the Barrens, if they were introduced previously. I mean, I remember back in the day when poisonous wasn't even an effect that you had on a card. It was just like the couple of cards had like the thing or whatever. So I'm particularly going to be paying a little bit more attention to the priest cards and then a little bit more of the rare ones. I'm not going to spend forever just sitting here looking at them. If they're a common or a rare, we're going to end up getting a ton of them to begin with. Just cost the cards 2 by 1. Frenzy, shuffle Sunscale Rap Green, permanent +2 on. I'm not going to sit here and gawk over every single individual card because I don't want to waste tons of time. Just want to see the opening. Can't attack. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 Grunt. Rush, transform to 6/7 coated with taunt is a frenzy. That's if you get hit, right? Frenzy, 1 time after survives damage with taunt. So it reverses its health and defense and gets taunt. So even if it's a 7/1, it'll still get its health back up to the 7. So you have a 6/7 instead. So it loses 1 attack and then becomes a taunt with 7 health. Restore 5 health to each hero. That's dumb. It's not gonna be terrible. Tusk Piercer. Somebody was that was one of the ones that they did on like one of the streams that I was watching. I didn't watch a ton of them, but that was one of the ones that I did watch back during the first day of the lead-up launch or whatever, when they were like giving out card packs. I didn't get any of those, but I did get other stuff. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. Ooh, fancy. Pretty decent. You can have that effect 3 times, which is really nice. Peon. Taunt battle card. Do 1 damage to all enemy minions. Nice. I'm only through 11 of these things. This is going to take forever. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Also, I figured for anybody that's interested, if there whatever the number of likes happen beyond this video, I will open 10 times the number of those likes up to a maximum of 100, which isn't going to happen to begin with, a week from now. So, maximum 1,000 card opening 1 week from now, depending on how people seem to enjoy this. I have no idea what the typical, like, because I don't watch card pack openings, and I'm just getting back into Hearthstone after like 3 years of basically not playing at all. What the commentation is supposed to be, or if people like read off the names of characters or whatever, because they're like, oh yeah, this is the one that everybody already knows about or whatever, like we're assuming that people know stuff. I don't, honestly. I never like to assume that people know information, which is why I end up like, I feel almost like way over explaining stuff. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 2 less, but not less than 1. I think that one was shown in the stream as well. Really good mage card, because mage is all about like stealing cards from other people's hands, which is actually the way that I play my priest, is I just steal people's hands. Gold rare. After you play a battle cry or combo card, draw a card. Nice. A golden epic. Nice. At the start of your next turn, deal 3 damage to all minions. So that's like, hey, you better not play anything this turn, or you're gonna get screwed because I'll deal damage to all your crap. Again, we're only 16 card packs in, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time just sitting here gawking over a lot of them. Yeah, but Death Rattle, gain 5 armor. We're not too bad on that one. Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. I believe that was one of the ones that was also shown off as well. I don't know if all of the cards ended up being shown off. We're definitely going to have a crap load of duplicates that I'll end up breaking down. I'll probably also break down the majority of the ones that I don't have any interest in. Lifesteal, deal 4 damage randomly split among all enemies. Okay, at the start of your turn, copy a spell from your opponent's deck to your hand. I like that one because I like to steal cards as a priest. That's like my go-to move. I have in my ranked deck that I don't have updated for any of the recent cards. Like I think I updated a couple of them because the Northshire Cleric got added to Wild, so I wasn't able to use her anymore. So I actually just used up whatever essence, like dust stuff that I had, and built a couple of the 1/1 copy a card from your opponent's deck, the psychic chick in the blue or whatever. I keep my my priest deck completely golden, and I believe back when I was in high school I started doing that with my Uther as well. The warrior. Oh, it's golden rare. Destroy a random enemy minion as a frenzy. Nice. So you could throw that out and automatically destroy the first minion. So if you were to, would that take effect before or after you killed a minion? I would assume after. So if you threw that out and killed like a 1/3 or something like that, and survived with frenzy, and they happen to have like an 8/5 or some crap, you just immediately destroy it. Quite useful. I'll definitely have to spend a lot of time looking through a lot of these. Summon a 2/3 imp, upgrades when you have 5 mana. So that's one of the things that they were introducing recently, was the cards that actually get stronger. I suppose that's the answer to the corrupt that they had in the Dark Moon or something like that, where it actually just goes ahead and gets stronger and stronger as you play. No, get out. Food. I didn't pay attention to that one. Got a legendary, nice. Yep, Visit the Store 5 health. Legendary Barak Kodobane. Draw a 1/2 and 3 cost spell. At a 5, I don't know how useful that would be, but I mean if you want more spells in your hand. Especially if you happen to be the type of person that likes those to begin with. Or if you're playing as a, I wonder if it would be random or if it would be for your class. Probably for your class, right? Could be random. I like stealing all cards from other classes because it's hilarious. Do 2 damage to all minions, gain 2 armor for each destroyed. So that's destroying minions then, I guess. I really love those board clears. I think I had, I don't know if there was an achievement for it, but one of the last matches that I played, there was somebody that was playing as, it was either Hunter or Demon Hunter or something like that. They had a card in their hand that they were planning on using on their next turn that was going to like, or maybe there was a card down, like they had like a ton of 1/1 spiders and they were going to buff them, and I knew that they were going to buff them, so I just threw out a Holy Nova and killed every single one of them. Can attack. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, give your other minions +1/1. As a 4/6, I don't know how worth it that would be. It'd be like if you were specifically trying to counter somebody using tons and tons of spells. But if they're going to board wipe you anyway, it's not going to matter. Then again, most people don't typically keep an entire board wipe in their hand. Battlecry. Discover a beast in your deck. Give all copies of it +2/1. So that would be one for if like, I suppose all copies of it. If you drew like a 1/1 piece of crap or something like that, but you had like another thing that added copies of it, or if you how would that end up working? So if you had like, definitely see like it would be like more of a hunter play. Then again, a lot of the classes behave a little bit differently than they used to. You can still kind of get like a massive health character. That's the portrait of the guy from the Battlegrounds that they added a couple days ago. I think they added him 2 days ago when they did the update. Flutter Scout. Living Seed, rank 1. Draw a beast, reduces cost by 1, upgrades when you have 5 mana. So it'll probably like reduce cost by even more as you continue going on. That was one of the Dark Moon cards that I didn't really care for too much, but still had, damn, 3 epics. Nice. Increase the damage of your hero power by 1. Like that one. And that's a permanent too, which is amazing. So you play that on your second turn, your hero power now does 2 damage per. Open it. There you go. Game is good to not. There's probably way too many people opening card packs right now. Because it literally launched like an hour and a half ago. because it launched, and then I had to wait an hour to drive home, and then had a half-hour drive home. So as soon as I got home, I started opening up all these. I don't like the smell of that stuff. I don't want to brother like spicy food. Like, I fucking hate Mexican food. Might be alienating some of you guys a little bit, but I just personally, I don't like anything that happens to be spicy. It's not that I can't handle spice, it's the fact that I don't enjoy it. I don't understand why people do like it. Like, I don't get the release of endorphins from it burning my mouth. And it's not a flavor, it's a sensation, and I prefer to enjoy the food that I eat. Can I even open my Golden Classic cards? Suppose I can try that one. Give 1/1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. That's nice, I like that. Can I open these? I can. I just can't open the normal ones for some reason. Gold. Give your other Murlocs plus 2 health. Golden Epic, your hero is immune while attacking. Cool. Okay, so I can't open those ones. Can I open one of these ones now? No. Okay, well I can open the Golden Classic for some reason. Open when I click on them, thank you. After you play a poison, gain a +1 durability. Cool, so there must be a lot of poison cards available then. Either that or you have to synergize it with those guys that add poisons to your hand. What if there's like a shuffle tons of poison into your deck or something like that? That was one of the things was they changed, they added another version of Cthulhu that like splits into 4 pieces. I noticed a lot of people used him. I also have a Galakron, but I haven't used him yet. I will probably go ahead and turn, I don't know which pack he was from or if he's just considered a classic now at this point. Not a classic, but like a, you know, like he's in rotation for quite a while. If he's only going to be in for a little bit of time, there's no point, but if he, actually it would be an entire year now at this point that he would be in rotation, even if I built him today. So yeah, I might go ahead and try to get a gold one of him because I actually really enjoy when I was able to steal him from some people. I just never used him. I was given him, but I don't use him because I like to keep my priest cards gold. Which is really not a ton of point to do, but I do anyway. Right there. Oh, golden. Sunscale Raptor, Frenzy, Shuffle. Yeah, that was the one we already had, looked at. Let's grab one of these golden ones up here. I like the sound of that. It's fun. Draw a beast. Yeah, that's the one that upgrades, reduces cost of stuff of the beast that you draw. I might just start spamming them all out, just all 5 of them, rather than looking for it. Give your minions +1/1. Give your Murlocs an extra 1/1. Ooh. I might have to build a new Murloc deck. Because I'm seeing a lot of Murlocs in this. Like, Beasts and Murlocs galore, honestly. And then, of course, I'll take a little bit of a closer look specifically at my priest cards. Sigil of Flame at the start of your next turn, yep. I get another one of those, that's just going to be a straight up duplicate. I'm going to have tons and tons of duplicates in this, honestly. Ooh, golden rare. Yummy. Control a secret, draw a minion. Delicious. It's a 3/3/4, so I mean he's pretty much even. Attack a random minion. This is Frenzy. Of course that wouldn't be affected by taunt, so it would just literally be a random one. Summon 2/2 demons with lifesteal. If you cast a holy spell, give a random friendly minion +2 health. Ooh, I like that one. And it's a 3/6, so it's got more health and it has attack, so it goes really nicely with Legendary Zarella. If you've restored health this turn, do that much damage to all enemy minions. Love it. It's a 4/4/4. I was really hoping I would get one of her. I hope I get her in a golden. Because like I said, my priest cards that I want, I'm going to make golden as much as possible, so. I think the last time I did a card pack opening, I literally just did like the 85 for the launch of Gadget Zan or something like that. And I was able to get both a golden Raza and a golden Kazakus. And then, of course, they're both wild right now anyway. So they're still currently inside, like my my deck that I have my Tyrande for, she actually has both Kazakus and Raza still in her decks, along with the Awaken the Makers. And then when I started playing again a few weeks ago, I went ahead and I made a golden Obelisk Eye, which is the restore 15 health, and then you get to draw cards, or draw minions, and then like give them +3/3 or something like that. Sigil of Silence. At the start of your next turn, silence all enemy minions. Freeze a random enemy minion. So there seems to be a lot of the cards that are like, don't summon anything on, like, the cards that you play is telling your enemy not to summon anything. Because if you played this guy after I played that one, and you don't trigger his frenzy, he gets silenced. So he's just a 7/6 at that point. So he's canceling out all of your bonus. You just played a 7/7/6. Rather than a 7/7/6 with the frenzy ability that it currently had. So unfortunately I won't be opening up those 31, which kind of stinks. Wonder if I can sign in on my phone and still be signed in on my computer, because I can just open up my phone, buy more packs, and continue seamlessly opening them. Kind of stinks that I'm not able to open those so far. So this is the 65th one that I've opened then. Yeah, this is the one that I always got before. Give a minion +3/5, costs 1 less for each spell in your hand. Not too bad. I mean, I don't know if I would bother using it, because my my deck for my priest is pretty even keel when it comes to spells and minions. Just because I feel like a lot of the time back when I used to play was me getting rushed, and since there are more minions now that allow you to steal cards, and there's more card draw potential, I just have more minions than I used to. I think originally, like way back in the day when I first built my my deck as priest, the one that I really liked, I think I only had like 8 minions and like 22 spells in it, and all of my spells were just like board clears and buffs. It's like I chucked down a minion and then I buffed it to hell, and then I just cleared the enemy board like so many times. Condemn, rank 1. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. And probably upgrades to like 2 and then 4 or something like that. I don't know, I didn't look up all of the cards in particular, but I would assume that that would be the way that goes. Warsong Envoy. Cabal Outfitter. Crying Death Rattle. Neat. Golden Coleman. It's funny. Death Rattle, deal 5 damage to your hero. It's kind of gross, but I mean, it's a 4/5/7. If you chuck it out and then silence a minion. I don't know why you would waste a silence on not dealing a little bit of damage to your hero, but whatever. After you cast a frost spell, summon a 1/1 elemental that freezes. Cool. I mean, it's a 3/3/4, so what have you got to lose? Golden Epic! Give a random friendly minion +3 attack. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Nice. Yep, you spell in hand, restore 5 health. Golden Rare, I got another Golden Tusk Piercer, so any of the extra Tusk Piercers that I have, even if they're golden, I'll just get rid of. Break them all down, because I only ever need 2. Frenzy, gain 1 attack with each character. It's not too bad. Is it each damaged character or each damage friendly character? Because if it's every damaged character, that includes heroes too. So if you've hit the enemy hero, discover a hero power and set its cost to 0. Swap back. Oh, 2 uses. Okay. I was gonna say, holy crap, that's powerful. How is that not like a legendary? Open up a golden Journey to Ungoro. Not Journey to Ungoro. Forge in the Barrens. I'm fucking stupid. Alrighty then. Tons of goldens. Deal 3 damage to your hero. 2/2/4. I mean, it's not terrible. Not ideal. I don't like dealing damage to my hero, but I play as priest anyway, so. Summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 4 or less from your hand. Okay, so if you're holding an identical one of him, it would summon him again for free once he dies. That'd be really good for your I think it said summon from your hand, so if I were to use that with my Awaken the Makers, that would be amazing. If I could build that synergy. But because the Awaken the Makers was playing Death Rattle minions, and then you get Amara, Warden of Hope, which increases your... sets your health to 40, so you could be at like 2 health as Priest and then immediately jump up to 40. I loved doing that to people. I literally would get to like just to the point where I was ready to go. I got a golden one in War Song Envoy. Restore 4 health at the start of your next turn. Yeah, I got a golden one in that before. Just spam out all of these. At the start of your turn, summon a 1-cost minion from your deck. Ooh, I like that, but that's a Warlock card. I want it as my I want it on my Priest. I want somebody to play against me and have that, and I'll just steal it from them. Epic. Alright, deal 2 damage to a minion and a random adjacent one. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Ooh, cool. Yeah, the ones that upgrade, there's going to be way better if you draw them late game, so that way they're not just completely useless. Discover a card in your opponent's deck. They draw theirs as well. I don't like that, but I do like discovering cards in my opponent's deck, which is lots of fun. So you just pick whichever minion is going to give you the best, and hopefully not them. Cannon Master Smythe. Battle Cry. Transform your secrets into 3/3 soldiers. They transform back when they die. Ooh, so if you have like 3 secrets, he summons 3 of them, and then once they get killed off, they turn back into secrets. So if you don't want to waste a secret right away, you can go ahead and do that. I don't know how you would tell which one is which secret, though. Frenzy. Give your other minions +2/2. It's 5/3/5. So it's really only worth it if you have another minion. And survive damage to begin with. So, I mean, if you chucked it out and then did 1 damage to it right away, it wouldn't be too bad. I wonder if there's a, like, almost a totem-esque card that you could get for, Warrior. Destroy a friendly minion, deal 2 damage to all minions. Also, I believe I said Warrior earlier when I had meant to say Paladin, when I was talking about either. If there was, like, a totem card where you put it down, and it automatically deals 1 damage to your own characters every time you summon them, so as soon as you summon a character, it triggers its frenzy automatically. If that popped up while you were fighting against him, you'd be like, nope, get that out of here. I believe there are ones that are like deal... Is it a warrior card that's deal 1 damage and give a divine shield, or is that a paladin card? Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, transform an enemy minion into a 0/1 frog with taunt. That's cool. It's basically a spell for... It's a minion, but you cast the morph spell for free, whatever it's called. Epic. Condemn, rank 1. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. Yep. Epic. Outcast. Draw 2 Death Rattle minions. As a 4/4. As a 4/4/4, drawing 2 minions. Not too bad. After your hero attacks, cast a secret from your deck. I like that, because that works really well with that other one that transforms your, the legendary that I got that transforms your secrets into it. So you can just spam out secrets. Taunt. Battle Cry. If you restored health this turn, gain 3/3. That guy would be, like, the ones that are, like, if you healed. Firemancer Flurgle. After you play a Murloc, deal 1 damage to all enemies. It's not amazing, but it's still just a 2/2/3, so I mean, like, he's worth just summoning for a token. So we're at 102 of these here real quick. Let's go ahead and open up a golden one after this one, then. The Sunscale Raptor. Let's get a golden classic out here. Give me something fancy. Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the cards before. I was really hoping I'd get, like, something really good out of those, like a cool epic or legendary. Because they're the older cards, they, like, unless you have something specifically to build synergy off of them, they're not amazing. Let's get another Forge in the Barrens going. Golden Common. Damn it! Why can't I get the legendaries in these ones? How many do I have left of those? I might as well just sit here and do this, because I can't open those classic packs anyway. Golden golden rare. At the start of your turn, someone will win. Yeah, that's the warlock one that I said I wanted. That's to be broken down. I'll have to go through and find all the ones. I don't know if I have 2 golden cards of something, it will automatically break down the non-golden ones. So I have to go through and double check all my golden cards and probably manually break down all the ones that I don't want that aren't golden. Because I have 2 golden cards of something, there's no reason to have the normal ones. Deal 2 damage to all minions and gain 2. Oh, not that one. This one. I'm usually grabbing from the middle. I'm just gonna throw this back down. I guess in a second after I'm done opening this. Register when I'm clicking, thank you. Go back down. I've also really been enjoying the Battlegrounds mode in this, actually. Like, the fact that you have, like, the same chances as everybody else to win, kind of. I have the issue of, like, whenever I try to play any character and use elementals, everybody wants to do, like, that massive, elemental stuff. So I'll get to, like, turn 3 and I'll be like, there's, like, 4 other people trying to run elementals right now. I'll literally even play as, like, the triangular ice elemental dude that makes the tavern cheaper, so that way he gets, like, free tavern tiers for playing elementals. I'll play as him, and it just straight up won't give me elementals for, like, the first 3 turns. And, of course, people will have their tier upgraded by the second turn, and then take all of the lava ones immediately. So it's amazing how many times I play as a character designed specifically for a thing, and then somebody else will get lucky and just be given all of those. So I'll play as, like, the pirate dude that his power is to give you a free pirate, and that will be the only pirate that I get for, like, the first 5 turns, is just trying to get those ones. And then end up with no synergy by the time that, like, turn 6 or 7 rolls around. So I'm just like, is there even a point in using my hero power at this point? Because literally everybody else was just, by random RNG, given pirates instead of me. Like, I've even had a few times where I was like, you know what, they're buying a pirate on their first turn. I'm just going to use my mana on my first turn. It's not, I don't recommend it as an actual thing. You should pretty much always buy a minion on your first turn, but, like, I will legit just refresh it 3 times and still not get, like, a single pirate or a single elemental. That's another Tusk Pierce to get rid of. It's only the ones that I'm paying attention to really are the rare ones, because I'm obviously going to end up with all of the commons, and anybody else that opens up the packs is probably going to end up with all of the commons, because I think I have, like, several of these at this point. Or no, it's actually a Far Watch Post. Can't attack after your opponent draws a card. It costs 1 more, up to 10. Okay, cool. There's a lot of watch posts I noticed, because, like, I saw this and I was like, wait, no, that's different from the other one, because I have that big stone one that I got a golden one of too. Summon a 2/3 grunt. It's kind of neat. And it's got more health than it has attack, so I mean, it's decent for priest, and if you want to go ahead and silence all minions, you give that thing the ability to attack then. Yes, like, I'm paying attention to the priest ones, and I've got like 5 of those llamas so far, so I'll pretty much end up with like every single rare 2 of, and then I'll end up with tons of the commons, and hopefully we end up with a lot of goldens and epics. And legendaries. Frenzy. Love that one. I like that one, but I don't know how much I'm going to be using Frenzy in my priest deck. I mean, I have the ability to heal, so I mean, the fact that it's only a one-time thing kind of stinks, but... Oasis Ally. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/6. And that's a... I'm trying to think. I was going to say trap. It's a secret. Register when I'm clicking, you damn it. I think I'm trying to click it before, like, the cards register that they're actually, like, available. I just realized that the backs on all these cards is that card back that I got for free. Rokara Rush. After a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/1. Nice. So she can actually, it says a friendly minion, so she can hop down, do 2 damage to something. If she survives it, then she automatically gives herself a +1/1 too. I don't like her. I might have to build a warrior deck just because, like, I feel like a lot of the minions are, like, specifically designed for being a kick-ass warrior. Like, back when we played Gadget Zan, had, like, the Jade things, that was a rogue thing, and then the Raza and Kazakus, like, being the mix between the other magical characters, nice. That's either Rhyme Tongue or Rimatongue. After you cast a Frostbite, yep, that. Already read that one. Rare epic. Deathhound's Cultist. Death's Head Cultist. Taunt. Restore 4 health to your hero. I like that one. 3/2/4. Set each player to 0 mana crystals. Set the cost of all cards in all hands and decks to 1. I feel like that is such a massive flex. Like, if you use that one, like, okay, so if you're specifically playing as the, like, the Overgrowth version of that, and then have, like, super expensive cards, and then just give yourself tons of mana crystals and have card draws, like, by the time you get to that card, you can just absolutely flex entirely. Frenzy, deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. I like that one, that's kind of cool. As long as you can survive the hit that you give. Got another one of those ones. So I have at least 2 of those. I feel like having, I believe there was a character, I don't know if it was in Dark Moon or if it was from before that. I have 2 of those golden now. Where all of your minions end up getting rush. Or maybe it was all your beasts get rush? Something like that. Was that a hunter card? I also have 3 decks now. They reset me back down to 2 possible decks, and it was like, defeat heroes in any game mode to get more decks. And I'm like, where are all of my decks? I've been beating heroes. I'm not sure why I don't have more decks. And then it gave me Demon Hunter for free today. So I have 2 priest decks right now. I'll probably figure out how to get my other decks up and running. Let's probably check away the Demon Hunter one and then go through and build some synergies with specifically like Forged in the Barrens, and like go back and look at a few other ones and stuff like that. Like take a look at what golden legendaries I can make to kick ass, and then continue from there. Because I know I do want the, was it Lyra or Lyra from this one? Or is he, it was an XY I think was the start of her name. Zira? Zyra? One of the 2. Got another one of those. Good open those. Devouring Plague. You've already got that one. Taunt, dude. Yep. Lots and lots of repeats. I'm not sure what this purple is down here. I'm not sure why that's down there. Did that just appear, or has that been down there the whole time? Oh, it's my gold. It's just got a visual glitch on it for some reason. It keeps disappearing and it's got pink. Legendary Guff Rune Totem. After you cast a nature spell, give another friendly minion +2/2. So it's, you have to have somebody else summoned as well. But a 3/2/4, if you can trigger that once you're good to go, you just have to be ready to cast nature spells. A golden common, give your hero +2 attack this turn, upgrade the if I'm in, deal 2 damage, upgrade the if I'm in. Gotta see what the upgrade cards are for priest aside from just deal 1 damage to everything. I like to discover a spell. I might actually use like that in my priest deck. I like anything that is discovering cards. I don't know why, it scratches that little itch of like it's fun. Love stealing cards, love discovering cards. It's my favorite thing. Card drawing, maybe not so much, just as long as it keeps me like in the fight. I still have times where I'll end up like somebody will have a really decent synergy going on and I gotta break it and consume quite a few of the cards in my hand. Usually I like to save them, but I don't always get that option if somebody has like a really good card from like the last couple of packs. So there have been a lot of times where somebody's got like a lot of the Dark Moon and the like the Dragon one that happened recently, or last year I suppose. Draw your highest cost spell, summon a random minion with the same cost. I like that. I put that on my priest deck and I'll automatically be summoning 10 cost minions because it will make me draw my mind control. Murloc golden. Epic. Taunt, Battlecry. If your hero attacked this turn, summon a copy of this. Yummy. Start of your turn, summon 2 1/1 silver random coots. Okay, so they're definitely keeping in this energy of just having tons of soldiers for him. Basically plays like, I don't know, between the Holy Spell, okay. Between Priest and Paladin in this, you basically have like both functionalities of white from Magic, where it's like tons of minions, super buffed minions. Destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. What? Why? Is that just to be a dick? It's like whatever 3 cards you have in your deck, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy them. I suppose if you like, they switched it up quite a bit with Warlock. Because there was one card, I think it was a Prime, that turned all of your cards in your hand and deck, regardless of spells or minions, into just legendaries. And there are a lot of legendaries that like add more cards to your deck and stuff like that. So if you like specifically wanted to pop that, you could. Plus there are the ones that add the healing like shards or whatever when you draw them. Peon. Add a random spell from your class to your hand. I don't like that it's random. I like discovering, but you know, you're still getting a free spell. It's a 2/2/3, so as long as you can survive a hit, you're good to go. There's a lot of 3 health frenzy minions I've noticed. I want a 1 health frenzy minion. There is one. It was the chicken. Though, was it a 1 cost or a 0 cost? It's a 1/1, and it has if it survives, it gets +5 attack. So if you gave it some health and then did a single damage to it, it would kick ass. I don't think that was Frenzy. I think that's what is it? It's not Frenzy, because Frenzy is a one-time thing, right? Cool. All right, so we got Overlord Sourfang. Yeah, that's the guy that they added. The other one looked quite a bit like it. Battlecry. Resurrect 2 friendly Frenzy minions. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. 7/5/4. So it immediately triggers the Frenzy on 2 characters that you have. And then Cario Roam, one of the 2. Rush, Divine Shield. Whenever this attacks, reduce the cost of holy spells in your hand by 1. Nice. I mean, no reason not to have legendaries in your deck if you've got legendaries, because their effects are fantastic. I haven't read this one yet. Efficient Octobot, Frenzy. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. Huh. Missed a rogue card too, so I mean you can really get some combos going with that. Epic. Taunt, Battlecry. Yep. Give your minions +1/3. That's the one. Alright, was it that one? No, it was something very similar to that, where it was like give all your minions a buff that would have prevented me from killing them with a Holy Nova, but they didn't have enough power to use it yet. They didn't have enough mana left over, so they were going to play them, hope I didn't clear their board, and then buff the hell out of them. And instead I cleared their board. Taunt, Battlecry, deal 6 damage to this minion. I like that one actually, that's not too bad. It's a 4/5/4 and has space for more health, so if you want to specifically do your Obelisk's Eye, you can heal that a ton, and I just got 2 of those. Back to back. And then I have to track down all of the cards and delete all of the ones that I have Goldens of, and other ones that I don't need. Firewatch Post can attack after your opponent draws a card. It costs 1 more, up to 10. So you can't have somebody that draws a 10 cost card and then turn it into 11, because if they don't have the ability to give themselves back more mana or to decrease the cost of that card, they're screwed. They'll never be able to play it. Heyo! I got a golden one. I don't have to make at least one of them now. Plus it's got more health than it has attack, so I mean, perfect priest card. Give a friendly minion a +3 attack. Yep, I already have that one. Void Flare, I've got like a crap load of those. Summon 2 1/2 turtles with taunt. Not too bad. It's basically a mirror image that can attack. 5. Down to 100 of these bad boys. For this next one. The Cabal Outfitter, another one of them. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each killed. Why? Is there some kind of synergy for destroying cards in your own deck? Because I don't get why you're just destroying your own deck. You're a light spawn. I already have 2 golden light spawns, I'm pretty sure. Golden Demolisher. Or Demolisher, if you want to pronounce it wrong. Tame Beast, rank 1. Summon a 2/2 beast with Rush. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Honestly, being able to hold on to those makes them worth more mana. Alright, down to 97. Open when I click on you. Got another one of those. I think I already had a golden one and a couple of them already. So at this point, I'm mostly just getting essence unless I get more legendaries. I want a button in the middle that just like flips them all over at the same time. Fire your hero power at all enemies. I like that one. After you've upgraded it too, you play 2 of those epics that increases the damage of it, so it automatically, like, the battle cry is deal 3 damage to all enemies. Fantastic. You're the thick-eyed Kodo. Battle cry. Discover a card in your opponent. Oh yeah, that's right there. Definitely already got 2 of her for sure. I think I might have 4 now. Bulk up. Give a random taunt minion in your hand +1 and copy it. Lovely. I want to copy my taunt minions. Basically, you copy it, and then you give a 1/1 buff to both. I'm interested to see how much essence I end up getting for breaking down all of these. I don't know how many of these I'm going to use in different classes because I primarily play Priest. But I'll start I'll experiment with a few other classes too. I might do Mage and Paladin because I like the 3 classes. Like, Priest is my main one, but I have Paladin, I think, like, almost halfway to getting Golden. Golden Legendary! Woo-woo! Death Speaker Blackthorn. Battle Cry. Summon 3 Death Rattle minions that cost 5 or less from your deck. Delicious. Fucking amazing if I had Awaken the Makers. But of course it's a wild card, so I would have to be in specifically the ability to use all of them and then just like massively screw around with my other ones. Thank you. Do that. Alright, let's open up another Golden Classic. Alright, we got a Feral Spirit. It's fine. Yep. Summon an element to the freezes. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to end up getting. Essentially, unless I get a legendary, I'm not going to get too much more out of these, aside from just essence. That one actually let me put that on really quickly. Maybe some of the other ones where I was going too fast, it wasn't working. Hey, another Swine House Shank. Legendary Niru Fireblade. Battle Cry. If your deck is empty, open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. Okay, so that would be... Open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. So that would be, yeah, if you have no cards, that would give you just tons of minions every turn. But aside from that, I don't know why you would want that unless you have a like there's like another card that makes your hero immune from failing your card draws, because otherwise you're gonna be killing yourself with card draws, which isn't too bad for a couple of turns if you have that guy waiting around ready to go. But if you're playing destroy your minion cards and you destroy him, you are so screwed. That is such a... I don't get why you would want to do that. Like, if you got that card off and it actually like worked out really well for you, that would be amazing. But I feel like the chances of that happening are just so low. So you'd have to have like a bunch of other stuff to help. Tavish Stormpike. After a friendly beast attacks, summon a beast from your deck that costs 1 less. Assuming you have beasts in your deck that cost 1 less. Another legendary. Tamsin Roame. Whenever you cast a shadow spell that costs 1 or more, add a copy to your hand that costs 0. Ooh, I like you. I might have to build a Warlock deck at this point. Got another one of those. I might experiment with a bunch of different decks and stuff like that, but I don't really know. I like my Golden Priest. Yeah, I might just go ahead and get all my duplicates destroyed up and then buff my Priest out as much as I can and then just start with some other decks and stuff like that. I'll definitely try to see what I can do with a Paladin as much as possible. Build some synergy with him and get him actually golden eventually. The only reason that my Priest is golden was because when I was in high school, I literally just sat there in my math class and played Hearthstone the entire time. I actually had a Minion Rush deck back when I was in high school playing as Priest. Just because like I could get as many matches done as possible, so I'd join in, like try to just completely dominate the board, and if I wasn't dominating like within the first 4 or 5 turns, I just went ahead and conceded. Because it was faster to just get into another match and keep going. It's one of the things that annoys me about the new update or whatever. People have keybinds now. I've faced off against a few of them. Kazakus, Golem Shaper. Kazakus is back, nice. Battlecry, if your deck has no 4-cost cards, build a custom golem. I should make a deck with him. I like my original Kazakus. But one of the things that people have been doing, I've encountered it twice now, is there's a legendary minion or something like that that makes it so that way your power gets upgraded. So people play as the ability to gain armor, and I think that's Warrior's ability. Yeah, it is. They play as Warrior, and they just have that card, and then they have a oh cool, I got a golden one. They have a keybind, so that way they constantly always click their hero power and then search for game, hero power search for game. So they literally always take the maximum time for every single turn, and all they do is just keep adding armor to themselves. They never win, but you have to like want to just sit there and wait for them to do their turn every single time. Like you're basically guaranteed to win against them if you want to wait that long, but you're guaranteed waiting the maximum time for them to take their turn every single time. Which is why, if you have a Nozdorma, just go ahead and chuck him on your deck. I believe I was playing with my wild decks both times, though, because I remember I specifically summoning my Death Rattle minions, and then wasn't able to use their Death Rattles. Rancor, nice. It just ended up bothering the hell out of me, because it just took so long to do them. And then the second time I ended up killing him off quite a bit faster. But it's so annoying. Because like your first couple turns, they're easily like doing better than you. Let's attack. I've got a lot of those swords for Paladin. Grimoire of Sacrifice. Alright, let's open up another Golden Classic. 2 golden epics. I got a Doomsayer. Cool. And then when an enemy casts at the start of your turn, yeah. When an enemy casts a spell, blah blah blah, spellbender. Another Outrider's Axe. Raise your main battle card. The first taunt minion you play each turn costs 2 less. Ooh, lovely. You mix that with buffing your taunt minion in your hand and summoning a copy of it. Pretty decent. Or not summoning a copy, making a copy of it in your hand. You just play 2 of those back to back each turn. Done. Yep, got another one of those, so one of those is going to get recycled for sure. I have to figure out what synergies there are available for Golden Common. For destroying cards in your hand or something like that. There's got to be some kind of character that's like for every card that you've destroyed from your deck or something like that. Deal 2 damage to a minion and a random adjacent one. Yeah, I already have that one. Card, secret, draw minion. That's the one I'm clicking on you, damn it. Battle Cry, draw a holy spell. I like that. That's kind of cool. It's a... I mean, it's drawing a spell, not discovering a spell, so I mean, it's basically a 1/1 card draw. But, whatever. If you've got a synergy specifically for how many holy spells you've drawn, or like, if you played a holy card last turn or this turn, then it would be more useful, but... Give your weapon, after your hero attacks, draw a card. Ooh, I like that. I did use weapons quite a lot when I was playing as Rogue. Celestial Alignment. I think I already have a couple of those. Let me move stuff faster, damn it. And register when I'm actually clicking on my cards. Conditioning. Give your minions upgrades. I suppose the... Oh no, it wouldn't work like that because it would automatically upgrade once they have 5 mana anyway. I was going to say that Celestial Alignment might counter that. Plague Maw the Rotting. After a friendly minion with taunt dies, summon a new copy of it without taunt. Not too bad. As long as they don't want to specifically target him and destroy him before the taunt minion is dead, yeah. Then it's basically a free resummon. If you can keep board control, it works out really well, but if you keep board control, I don't know why you would need to resummon. Specifically for keeping more board control, I would assume, but... Fallen. The main problem that I have with Priest is maintaining board control, because there's so many synergies for just creating more cards out of thin air now. Like I said, I played against a Warlock that turned all of his spells and stuff into legendaries, and all the legendaries were like create random ones of other ones. I actually got really disappointed back when Goblins and Gnomes went wild, because I couldn't use my Prophet Velen anymore. A bunch of golden commons. Control the secret in your turn, gain +2/2. Cool. But yeah, when my Prophet Velen and the High Priestess or something like that, she was like a 7-cost 5/4 or something like that, and like it was like at the start of your turn, summon a legendary minion, or at the end of your turn, or no, it was Inspire. Summon a legendary minion. Varden Dawngrasp. Battle Cry. Freeze all enemy minions. If they're already frozen, deal 4 damage to them instead. So if you already freeze all enemy minions and check that one out, they all take 3 damage. Or you could freeze one minion in particular and deal 3 damage to it if you summon that guy. I mean, it's basically based off the Battle Cry, so you want to freeze all enemy minions and then summon that guy, because it's a free 3 damage. And a token. I don't really know. I wouldn't really see that one as too terribly useful, but it'll be fine either way. If you had the Celestial Alignment thing or whatever, and then the ability to reduce the cost of all cards, of either all spells or all minions in your deck, that would be amazing. Because then everything's just 0 cost. After you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 hyena with Rush. As a 2/2/3, I mean, like, if you got early board control, you can just keep that guy and keep board control even better. Let me register when I'm clicking on shit, damn it. I didn't say that guy's Death Rattle. I don't think I had seen him before. Maybe I haven't, I just didn't pay attention to him. So you get after your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, summon a 3/4 steed with taunt. Cool. So that's a really nice one for early game to keep out, and then probably turn into that 3/3. So that was the thing that I was thinking of, is like, if you can manage to like get 3 or 4, I don't know why that just randomly popped up. If you can manage to get like 3 or 4 of your secrets like on your character without your enemy triggering them, but they have a chance of triggering them later, be a lot better off. Because you can stack up a few of them, summon that legendary that turns them all into minions, and then turns them back into secrets later. So it's after they've cleared your board, then you have 4 secrets again. Got so many Tusk Piercers. It's almost not funny. Register when I'm clicking on you. Alright. Do our second to last one. I want to hear legendary. I want to hear the or whatever. Damn it. Bullshit. Alright. Let's open up the last 15 of these and then open up that one. Can I open classic packs? No, they'll open classic packs. Let me open them. Fucker. Legendary Mordresh Fire Eye. Battle Cry. If you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power this game, deal 10 damage to all enemies. Nice. So, yeah, if you've upgraded your hero power to deal 3 damage, you only have to cast it 3 times if you already cast it once. A couple of those. I'm definitely going to make my Paladin deck again. First, like I said, they all got removed because they made it so you can't have all 9 decks anymore until you've done something. It says defeat heroes in any mode, but clearly it doesn't work because I've defeated heroes in any mode and I still only had the 2. Hopefully if I get rid of the Demon Hunter, it won't automatically remove it. I might have to spend quite a bit of time sitting and thinking about what decks I want to build and stuff like that. Like, just making sure that the characters that I'm building out of my dust end up, like, working really well synergy-wise with the other priest cards that I have. Due to the plains. You can actually see the metal on the pack heating up as it is about to break. Golden Rare. I didn't even read that one. I don't know if I had seen them before. Rare. Turns out it costs 1 less. Epic. Discover a beast in your deck. With all copies. Nice. Deal 2 damage. Discover a spell. I like discovering spells. I very much enjoy getting spells for free. I'd actually see if there's more side quests that I can do for the discovering whatever. I think there is a really good one for Mage. Draw a beast. Reduces cost by 1. Upgrades later. Alrighty then. So my collection is massive, and I definitely completed a bunch of the Forged in the Barrens. There's 41 of them to collect. Completed it. Different. Oh, I have to collect 1 more apparently. Does that mean that there's only 1 that I'm missing? Hang on, can I... My game is broken. I broke my game. There we go, now I can scroll. Okay, so I need one more shaman card, and I need one more legendary. So I think I'm missing one shaman legendary. Because it says there's 135, and I get something out of it, and then I get one more legendary. Let's see if we've got a shaman legendary hanging around that's ready to be created. Okay, so I've got 2 of these, which means I can break down 9 of these. Alright, hang on. Disenchant extra cards is 11.5 thousand. Awesome. Delicious. Alright, let's go back into here real quick then. To come out of crafting. And then we'll disenchant these, because I have 2 goldens. Alright, and then we'll just keep looking through here. All the ones that I have 2 golden of, I'm going to disenchant the crappy ones. Never mind, I can't do that one, because it's not that. Alright. Alright, do I have 2 goldens of these? No, I don't. I have 1 golden, so I'm going to disenchant one of these. Okay, still have 2 of those. Go to this bad boy. Uncraftable. Gross. Uncraftable, but I still have the 2 golden of them? Doesn't make any sense at all. I have a golden of that one. I have a golden of these ones, so disenchant both of these. I'm not getting the warning for them, which is nice because I have the goldens. Cast. Speaker. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab this. I've got 2 of these, which means we need to disenchant both of these. I wish there was a button for disenchant all non-goldens for ones that you have goldens of. So we'll disenchant one of these. Alright, cool. We have one of those, so we'll disenchant one of these. Go through and do this manually. Disenchant one of these. Because I'm going to keep all the golden ones. There's no point in getting rid of all the goldens. I'll end up using them at some point. Like, just to flex on people, I suppose. Thick-eyed Kodo. I have one of those, so we'll delete one of these. So essentially, like, if it pops up and says, like, by the way, you don't have enough to make a deck anymore, then I'll know that I should not be doing it. Yeah, these... I don't like that they... I can't break them down. Like, I have the goldens. Let me break them down, damn it. Okay, so we'll break down both of these since we have them like that. Prospector's Caravan. I don't have any goldens of that one. Have 1 golden of that one, so we'll break down this one. So we had the 11,000. Pat Kodo. I don't have a golden of. Don't have any goldens of you guys. Ruined Orb. Wait, I have 1 ruined orb. Break down that one. I want the button that destroys all the ones that I don't need. Yeah, so I have the 2 golden ones, but I can't break down those ones because they're the classic cards. Which is dumb because they have this little thing on them. Back in the day, they didn't have those because the rarity didn't matter. Alright. Now on to Paladin. Let's see. I have another one of those. I have another one of those. Sacrifice. Soldier's Caravan. Do I have any goldens of those? Nope. I don't have any golden Swords of the Fallen? The fuck? But I have 2 golden Northwatch Commanders for some reason. This is Durham. True Silver Champion. So I gotta get the rest of those. Cannon Master Smythe. Nice. Store Husband character. I don't have any golden... What? This game, honestly. Focused Will. Silence a minion, then give it +3 health. I didn't even notice that I had those. Did they just get added as like a extra bonus? Yeah, see, I made the Psychic Conjurers there. Yeah, these are uncraftable, but I did like have to craft these ones. I crafted these ones, but I can't uncraft them. They became core after I made them, which is stupid because I paid to make them, and then it was like, these are core characters now, so you didn't even have to make them. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, fuck you. All right, hang on, the Soothsayer Caravan, yeah, we're good to go. Wait, are these considered core? These are core now? Gotta do those. And upgrade them. Is this a core too? Yeah, so a little bit ago, a few days ago, it like randomly popped in that was like, here's all of the golden new core creatures, but they didn't actually pop into my inventory right away. So like, it showed me a bunch of these things that weren't like originally core and was like, now these are the new core. But it didn't let me come in and view them because they weren't available. So the Shadow Word Ruin that got added or whatever, like it told me that this is now a core card. And it gave me the gold one for free because I had my Priest maxed out. But I couldn't come in here and view it. Like I didn't have the option to add these to my deck until today, I guess. You core card? Yep. And how many do I have of those? Taunt Death Rattle. Restore 8 health to all friendly characters. I like that. That's kind of cool. I saw that it was a white and then didn't quite see when it was ready to go. Power Word Fortitude. Holy. Alright. Go into this one. Yeah, so the, I played more Rogue and Paladin than anything else, honestly. I definitely played more Paladin, though. Do 2 damage. Upgrades when you have mana. Alright, so now we have over 12,000. Easily. Alright, so we discovered all of those. Let's go through our Shaman cards real quick. Menacing Nimbus. We don't have any legendary that. There's a legendary this one. Get rid of those. Get rid of the 2 of these. I only get 10 for them, but I mean, still worth it. I only got 1 golden of these ones, unfortunately. So got 3 more we need to check on. Get rid of one of those. Leapad Lurker. I didn't get any legendaries of that. Could have swore I made that guy, but whatever. Cure the Windlord. I got him a long ass time ago. Nice thing is that all of these characters, when I'm seeing these new cards that like became part of the core set, and I didn't see them before, I don't have to worry about like checking the golden ones for anybody but my priest deck, because I don't have these characters leveled up. Like, I don't think I've even leveled up my like warlock at all. I know at one point I had a warrior deck, but I don't think I've ever used it very much. Like, I think I made one of every deck at least once and kind of tried them out, like, back when the game first started. And then I decided that I liked Priest. Like, immediately. I was like, I can heal myself and, like, super overbuff my minions? Thank you. So got 2 of those. So many of these bastards. Okay, so I have 2 Far Watch posts. I'm just going to disenchant both of those. I have another one of those, so get rid of that one. Murloc, Murloc. Got 2 of you. I mean, theoretically, if I don't really care, I could break down the golden one and still have enough for making a deck, but I'm not going to bother to do that. So I have one of those, which means I break down one of these guys. And I don't think I have to go underneath the summoning limit for any of these characters, because I can legit make like 4 legendaries right now. 4 golden legendaries. If I'm crafting cards, they're going to be they're going to be golden. Alright, Blade Master Samuro, Rush, Frenzy. Deal damage equal to this minion's attack to all enemy minions. Well, that's a one-time, right? Frenzy, a one-time effect after survive. Yeah, same as Spell Burst. Only happens once, unfortunately. I didn't get a gold in one of the Crossroads Watch posts, but I kind of like it. I don't know if I'm going to end up being able to use it in my Priest deck, but I still like it. I like the Ancient Marauder, too. It's a 4/5/4 that has the ability to heal up to 10. Awesome. I used to love those too. They were like the injured Blade Master, whatever. I summon it and then immediately heal it. And then like this guy, whenever this minion takes damage, gain 3 attack, you just throw that guy out there, deal damage to him, and then heal him up right away. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, he's part of the core set. A lot of the characters got added to the core set. Yeah, see, so it told me that like Stranglethorn Tiger was part of the core set, but when I came in here to add the gold version of him to something, I didn't have the ability to view him because I don't know if the like the UI was glitched out or something like that. Like it wasn't actually showing up all the cards that you had available to you. I thought I got a gold one of those, but I guess I didn't. Onyxia the Broodmother. When did I get this? At the end of your turn, fill your board with 1/1 whelps. I think the game just gave me a ton of the dragons, like for free, like all of the core dragons. It just gave me the new versions of. Because there's the new Ysera the Dreamer, and then there's the new Deathwing. I don't have my old Deathwing because it's fucking wild now. I have a lot of golden wild cards that I've made like back in the day. Like my Raza and Kazakus, and then like my other stuff. Wait, this got wild? The fuck is wild in here? How do I see what's wild? I need to convert this to not wild anymore. How do I do that? Convert to standard. Oh my god. All of these are wild? My entire deck is wild now? Why? Or is it these cards that need to be replaced? Because they said the original, like, the classic cards are all wild, and then they had, the, like, the new core set. Okay, so this is a wild card. Whatever, we'll take that one. We'll take death. Didn't I have? I thought I had death in here anyway. Where's my shadow word death? It's giving me the option to add the other version of them? It's telling me to replace shadow word death with shadow word death. Inner fire. Okay. Okay, they're not wild. They're just, for whatever reason, the version of them I have in here aren't the ones that I need. So, hang on. We'll stick Holy Novas in. That didn't work. That one. Psychic Conjurer. Bloodmaid Thalmos. I'll have to come through and, like... I'll probably have to completely delete this deck and restart all over again, because... Don't finish the deck automatically. I'll fix it. And then I have to fix some other stuff too. I mean, my Cabal Priest is perfectly fine because it's wild to begin with, but it gave me this Demon Hunter thing for free, so I think I'm gonna... What is this? It's a 10-2, 8-3. If I remove you, can I make a new one? Deck. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Priest. I'm gonna choose the version of this priest. Where do I pick the picture that I want for him? Core priest. Sure, we'll start off with that, and then we'll edit stuff from here. Where do I pick the picture for my deck? I want my Tyrande. Okay, so I can make the new decks now. Like, it was glitched out or something like that. So I can make more than just the 3 decks now, which was stupid that I couldn't do that before. But now I can. Cool. Yeah, that's my original priest, and this is my custom one. How do I... Oh, here we go. The picture of the person. There we go. I'll set you to Tyrande. So then I'll have a core version of her ready to go. Not sure why these are showing up like this. After a friendly character is healed, you gain +1 attack. No, I've got to build some synergy for this. Get Ysera the Dreamer out of here. No. Destroy a minion and gain its health. No. Oops, I accidentally just... fuck it. We'll just... No. We'll just throw out all my cards real quick and we'll start over brand new. Alright, let's get to, we'll hit done. No. Alright, so I got that one. I'm just going to get rid of this one. Confirm. So I got my Cabal Priest still. Let's get to crafting real quick, because I know I want some golden, other ones. Diamond cards. To make a golden diamond card? Oh, hang on. What was it? I had a mission. Whoops. Back. What was that mission that I was missing? Son of a bitch, let me go. Is it down here in the core? It is. 5 different classic craftable paladin cards. Oh, wow, awesome. Yeah, thanks. What was the other one then? It was... Collection. Forged in the Barrens, right? Got all of these ones. Here we go. Forged in the Barrens. Alright, so collect another legendary, collect another Forged in the Barren cards, and collect a shaman. So I need a shaman legendary from Forged in the Barrens that I need to make. And then I'll complete all 3 of those. Okay, so crafting. Which one of these was shaman? This one. Oh, that's warlock. Shaman is... Fuck me. I'm stupid. This one's shaman. So I gotta craft a legendary shaman card. Battlecry. Deal 3 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, repeat on one of its neighbors. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies, improved by spell damage. Can I do... I don't want standard. I want Barrens. Barrens. Nature spell damage +3. So we will go ahead and create this one.
These old bones know a storm's coming.
Nature spell damage +3. 454. If I undo that, I get that back for free. Did I complete the mission, though? Or do I have to physically... Yeah, I do. Okay. I do actually have to do that. Alright, so let's go legendary. Let me not spell it right. Legendary. Barrens. Shaman. Crafting. Alright, let's create him.
These old bones know a storm's coming.
And now I have all the rest of the missions done. Because I needed one more card, one more shaman card, and one more legendary. So, collect 10 Fortune the Baron shaman cards. 135. I got the new version of the coin. Collect all 135 Forged in the Barrens cards. And then that'll be golden if I have my golden minions. And then the other version of Brucon. So, I got him for free after creating him, so that's fine. I have the diamond version of him now, so there's no point in having the regular version, honestly. Unless I can physically put him into 2 decks, which is not going to happen, so. Alright, so yep, there's the Brucon, and then my other Brucon is right here, so. I have the diamond version. You can only have one of each legendary, so I'm just going to disenchant this one. I just paid 1,200 for that, and I got the Forge in the Barrens coin anyway, so we're good to go. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and see about my priest stuff. Let's go to Barrens, golden cards, priest, thank you. Alright, so we got Serana Bloodfeather already as a Forged in the Barrens. Choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this has more. At the start of your turn, copy a spell. Cool. Condemn rank 1, I don't have any goldens of Priest of Anshi. Taunt Battlecry, if you've restored health this turn, gain 3/3. And that's it, honestly. I have a lot of the other ones already completed. So, I mean, like, I'll stick that one in a deck. Condemn, do 1 damage to all enemy minions, upgrades. Restore 5 health to each player. And then, of course, a lot of other stuff went wild for, like, 0 reason whatsoever. Okay, so I definitely want you. Let's create you real quick.
What knowledge do the stars provide?
Cool. Let's go ahead and create 2 of you. And then we'll go to these real quick here. So, let's see, the added synergy. You steal stuff. For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. If you've restored health this turn, deal that much damage. So this is if I've restored health. For these, give a minion +3/5. Cost 1 less for each spell in your hand. I only have 1 of those. Taunt, Death Row, restore 8 health to each friendly character. And then we've got all of these. There's a peon. Forge in the Barrens. Unlocked on Forge in the Barrens reward track, so I can't get the golden version of him without doing the reward track, which is interesting. So some of these I can't even do. Battlecry. Help Moncrick find his wife. She is last seen somewhere in your deck. Wait, so that adds a new horde players created. This card was recently modified, so its disenchant value has been adjusted. So it's worth just as much disenchanting as enchanting. Oh, okay. So if they modified it and you don't like the modification, you can get rid of it. I have the diamond to this guy, don't I? Or is this the normal version? Sunwell Initiate, Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. Can't attack whenever your opponent casts a spell. Your minions get +1/1. I kind of like that, but it's a 4 cost. It comes out fairly late. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to build a Golden Kazakus. Just because I can. Unlocked in the Fortunes of Barrens reward track. After you cast a holy spell, give a random friendly minion +2 health. It's a 4/3/6. Give your other minions +2/2. Barrens Blacksmith. I think I'm going to save the rest of my essence for now, and let's go ahead and start throwing some stuff into here, shall we? So we've got all of our Forged in the Barrens cards. Definitely going to take you. I'm going to take the 2 Soothsayers. I think I'm going to create another one of these. I'm going to take 2 of those, and we'll disenchant both of these ones because I have 2 golds then. For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Sure. Oh wait, that's a 4-cost. I don't want 4 costs in my deck. But Zerella is a 4-cost, which puts me at a little bit of a disadvantage. Destroy both of you. Do that one, that one. Create another one of that one just because I can. Then how do you want to do the rest of this then? Let's just grab him because I can. I'm going to break down this Kazakus just because I have the golden version of him. They draw theirs as well. Frenzy, just I like that one. Destroy random. Summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you've summoned this game. I like that one, and then I'll grab some more watch posts. Because I know I have a couple of them. So we'll do a far watch post. What do we have here? So we've got way too many 7+s, honestly. The Power Word Fortitude. Well, the Power Word Fortitude is going to get cheaper as I use it. So essentially, like, that one's further down depending on how many spells I've got in my hand. The South Sea Scoundrel. So in order to do Kazakus Golem Shaper, I'd have to play both the Zerella and the South Sea Scoundrel already. So I'm going to take off the South Sea Scoundrel. If you restored health this turn, and then Death Rattle restore 4 health to your hero. Battle Cry, your next spell this turn has spell damage +2. If your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 Grunt. Bum 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 bum. Let me go ahead and search post real quick. Alright, so that's the watch posts that I've summoned. And then, oh, the golden one of this is for the reward path. That sucks. And that's a 4-cost, so that wouldn't work with my Kazakus. I kind of want to use Kazakus. I liked him in old versions, and I want to use him again. Alright, let me go ahead and go to Dark Moon. What golden cards do I have for Dark Moon? This one. Cool, take that one. What are the golden Dark Moon cards? Scallamance. Nope. Outland. Heyo. Those are a couple of the ones that I've made for myself, I guess. And then we got some core. Alright, what do we got for core? I actually like that one, because it's the... Oh wait, I don't have the legendary, or I don't have the golden version of him. Get rid of him. I like these. Oh wait, that doesn't work with Kazakus. Damn it. What's this guy? Death Rattle. Deal 3 damage to an enemy hero. Hang on. Where's Shadow Word Pain? Oh, was Pain the one that went wild? I only have Shadow Word Death. Is that not a core anymore? Results found in wild sets. Shadow Word Pain doesn't exist in the core set anymore. That's honestly really, really annoying. Destroy a minion and gain its health. Let's break down... Oh, I can't. I've got 2 more that I can play. So let's see. I've got 8 1 costs. So that's... Focused Will is silence a minion. Imprisoned Homunculus, dormant for 2 turns. Holy Smite's a 3. I can get rid of that one. I'm perfectly fine with that. Renew. I like the discovering a spell. Firewatch Post is a 2/4 can attack. If I silence it, it can attack, but then it doesn't get its other ability, which kind of stinks. Serena Bloodfeather is stealing stuff. It literally just like is a free make my character better than yours. Soothsayer Caravan, Devouring Plague. I'm gonna take off the Focused Will, honestly. Prison Homunculus, Renew, Firewatch Post, Insight, Bloodfeather, Shadow Word Death, Soothsayer. Okay, so we got a 3. We don't have a 4. Zarella, I would have to play. Take Zarella off of this deck, so I don't have a 4 cost in here at all. So as soon as I get Causticus, I can play him essentially immediately. Forward Fortitude. Could increase that to a 9/9. Discover a spell from your deck. I want to discover spells from my deck, thank you. That's a 4 cost, damn it. I want a battle cry that is reduce the cost of all 4 costs by 1. So that way I have nothing but 3 cost. So I got 3 more spaces left and I can start like trying to get better versions. Deathwing the Destroyer. I can honestly break down the Golden Deathwing that they gave me for free and see about getting some other stuff going. Choose a minion from a copy of it. I don't know why they don't use the Faceless Manipulator for the other one. I don't know why it's a Faceless Tavern Goer, but whatever. Let's see. So I've got Holy Smite, Prison. So I've got 6. I've got 10 2 costs. Insight, which is a draw and make it cheaper. I've got Shadow Word Death. I don't have Shadow Word Pain anymore, but Holy Smite kind of helps with that a little bit. Thrive in the Shadows. Just discover a spell. Devouring Plague. I've got 2 of those. Causticus is ready to go. If I've restored health this turn, gain 3/3. I could, because that's a 5. Get a Flash Heal. Did I have the Light Well? So let's find it in a while. They don't have the Light Well anymore. That's not in the core set. That's stupid. I don't like it. Get out of crafting. Okay, so I need 1 more card at least. Power Word Fortitude gets cheaper. Destroy a minion to gain its health. It's fine. Summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you played this game. So if I played a couple of my watch posts, I'm good to go with that. Friends used to destroy a random enemy minion. Alright, let's go to standard cards then. So I got 2 Flash Heals, which is 5 to me, 3 damage. I've got 8, 10. My 3 costs are the Devouring Plagues, which are the Life Steal, 4 damage randomly, 4 back to me. Got the 2 5 costs, the 2 6 costs. So I could specifically use the Light Shower to damage an enemy and then get it for free. Do not have the... Thought Steal's not standard anymore. I'm so annoyed by that. Thought Steal's not standard. Neither is the Mind one. It really sucks. But this is... Shadow Form is still fucking core? Why? Honestly, I don't like that one. 4-cost cards. Doesn't work with Kazakus. I want to build Kazakus. Do 2 damage to all minions. Works actually really well with what's his face? That one. Mad Bomber. Battlecry, if you control a secret. I don't. I need more cards that steal things from my enemies, but I don't. They removed them. They're not in core anymore, and then some of them went wild. It's bullshit. And I can't even get the golden version of that until I'm further in the path or whatever. It's bullshit. Rush Frenzy. So you'd have to pull him out and then increase his damage. But the ability to turn health into other stuff anyway doesn't even work. Summon another Gruntled Patron. Battlecry. Summon 2 1/1 skeletons. Death Rattle, deal 5 damage to your hero. That's a 4-cost. Bleh. High Inquisitor Whiteman. Summon all friendly minions that died this turn. I like that one. I would get her gold if I could. Actually, I might turn her gold. Because I have plenty of other golden characters, the legendaries, the wild ones. No. Hang on, we go done, no. Then we go wild cards, legend, search. Let me spell it right. Legendary. Okay. Magnetic Echo. Death Rattle. No, that's a default one. Bullshit. Kazuka's Hogger. Hogger went wild. So sad. Wait. Why do I have 2 Cairn Bloodhooves? I don't need 2. Oh yeah, he was the one that got it for free. There's the Deathwing that it gave me that it upgraded here. Get rid of that. And then want to craft a High Inquisitor Whitemane. Damn, there's a lot of wild legendaries. Holy shit. It's like a blast from the past for all of these. Oh yeah, she was right before this guy somewhere, wasn't she? Hang on. Whitemane. Oh, because I didn't... Wait, Golden is on. Oh, you get a golden version of her for 5,000 total wins. Neat. I'm going to craft her anyway. Wait, what do you mean that's a wild card? It wasn't a wild just a second ago. What the fuck? Hang on. Let me click on Core Priest. Standard cards. Click, click, click. Why is stuff not working? No. It won't let me click on shit. There we go. She was just in here as a non... Wow, yeah, right here. The fuck? High Inquisitor Whitemane. Crafting. Golden. Wait, so let me get this straight. So she's not a wild, her default, but her golden is a wild, unless you were given her golden for 5,000 total wins. So if you have her as a golden in a non-wild deck, you know that somebody has 5,000 total wins. That's such a stupid way of having that done. What? Fuck it. I need 2 cards. What cost do we want? 3 or 4s? You only want 3s. Need some decent 3-cost cards that are golden, please. Or 2 costs. I mean, we shit at this point. What was that one? Give your weapon plus 1 attack. I don't have a weapon. Taunt, Death Rider. There we go. Take that guy. Fuck it, I'll craft another one of them too. I'll take 2 of him. Cool. We're done. Back. Can I open my regular packs yet? Heyo! Shits less about most of these. I'll make more packs later with the stuff that I already have, but I won't be worried about gold stuff. So I just wanted to get a golden Forged in the Barrens deck for my priest, and I still have some dust left over for other ones. Cool, I got an Alex Strasser. Packs. I just want to be able to like toss them all into a grinder. Red Shocks, Silence. Quality. One of those guys got a golden out of one of the other core packs. There's definitely gonna be some more of these that need to be broken down. Nice! I just got another Blood Mage Thalnos, and I got a Lord Jaraxxus, which is actually the first time I've gotten him. Awesome. Lava Burst. I don't know why that's an overload card. It's literally a 5 cost, 5 damage. It's ridiculous, but whatever. It's just for if you happen to already be behind. Or just putting yourself even further behind in the next one. Remember, Secret is play game plus 1/1. That's if your enemy plays a Secret too. Going for Secrets, play that card. Receive Sergeant. I don't know if these are the old standard cards, or if these are the new standard cards with like the changes or whatever. These 2 Wrath, nice. Let's get the rest of these all done. I'll try out my deck a little bit off camera with all the new stuff. Actually, I'll do one fight with it right now to see, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are currently using the Forge and the Barrens stuff. So unfortunately they didn't add too many for priest synergy specifically. Honestly, them removing my ability to steal a lot of cards from enemies is really bothersome. I'm really annoyed by that. They took my thought steals are wild now. Oh, I hate it. It's so bad. I loved being able to just steal 2 cards from the enemy. Removing all my discovers and steals from people. I want their hand, not mine. Also, is Galakron wild? I forgot to check that. Because I was going to build a Galakron deck. I have to check how much essence I have. I'll head into crafting, break down all of this stuff real quick, see if I can get a Galakron, or if he went wild. Maybe he did, I don't know what pack he's from. I thought the game gave me a regular one of him for free, but I have to check. It'd be interesting if they literally gave me him for free 2 weeks ago and then immediately made him wild, like specifically just giving me the incentive to go back and... Yeah, see, this is the... It's obviously just giving me the old versions of the core packs because that's Thoughtsteal, and Thoughtsteal just turned wild. Go down to the core. course, I have to restart like all of the challenges here for collecting cord cards. Collect all 6 craftable classic pirates. Collect all 4 rare and epic classic murlocs. Can I see what I get for it? 2 times Captain's Parrots, 20 achievement points. Oh, cool, you can actually see what they give you. Old Merc guy. I didn't know that before, but I got that other diamond version of the other thing anyway. Alright, let's go to crafting real quick. Break down all duplicates. Because I'm sure I just got some more. I didn't. Awesome, so I didn't have like any of those other core ones. Alright, let me see. Is that how you spell it? Galakrond. You don't have this card. Crafting. Builds fun and wild sets. Wild. Yeah, they literally gave him to me like a couple weeks ago and then turned him wild. That's fucking retarded. Alright, well, let's play one match in standard then with the new Forged in the Barrens cards that I have. So, Core Priest. Her with the gold and everything. Oh, one last thing actually. Let me, just in case I go second, I need to change. Oh, I do it up here. The coin. Make favorite. Cool. So now I got the Forged in the Barrens coins. I don't know where the rest of them are from. And I don't much care. Alright, we're going to do one fight with the Forged in the Barrens stuff. I don't have all of the cards from it because, I mean, the golden ones that I want. There was an error. Please wait a few minutes to try again. Oh, is it down for maintenance so you can't fight right now? Or maybe there's just too many people wanting to use the new cards. There's an error starting your game. Please wait a few minutes and try again. Damn, there's probably just too many people trying to play right now. I forget when it said that the update was going to be. I cannot use a wild deck for this mode. It's not a wild deck. Yeah, he's literally level 1. I haven't used him before. Fight. There's too many people trying to play right now or something. Or it's during the scheduled maintenance, but I could have swore it said I was going to do that tomorrow. Let me play! This is all glitched out. Hang on, let me go ahead and just relaunch the game. Let me hit quit. Come on. Play. Temporarily disabled opening classic packs. Oh, well. They let me open them, so whatever. Yeah, classic no longer standard. Dead by Daylight Special Edition Adept Trickster. Oh, yeah. Dead by Daylight came out with its update while I was away as well. Let me just make sure that that's updated. I got Dead Island Definitive Edition on as well. Let's see. Games and apps. Yeah, I bought Dead Island because I wanted to play 7 Days to Die with Brandon and Nathan, but ended up not working out all that well. Alright, let's try to watch one more game, and if it doesn't work, we'll just say screw it and be done. One more game. A few more games. We'll try. Yeah, I hardly ever play ranked right now. I've been playing a lot more Tavern Brawl. The only time I'm playing ranked is if it tells me specifically that I have a challenge to do it. Alright, let's try this a couple more times, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just say screw it. Nope. Alright, well, we're saying screw it then. I don't have a new opening for Dead by Daylight, even though they just released a new thing. Oh well, whatever. Alrighty then. We'll call it there. Thank you guys very much for watching, if you bothered to watch this far in. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that crap. Tell me how much I alienated you by saying that I don't like whatever it was that I said I didn't like. And I'll see you guys next time, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Nobody ever comes back. Fake crying.